Rob here with robsevillaonline.com, and are you wanting to buy solo ads for your opportunity, but you don't know where to begin or what to do or where to get started? Well, don't worry, because in this video I'm going to share with you some tips that have helped me personally and my team, but also tips that I've learned from top 6-7 figure money earners that will help you and that have helped me and my team as well. Okay, so let me scroll up here. I actually meant to have this scrolled up before I started here. All right, first of all, I'm going to get right to it. Must-have tools. You need to have an autoresponder, right? I personally use GetResponse. You can get 30 days for free below in the video description and try it out for 30 days. I've used Aweber and GetResponse. I personally like GetResponse better. Okay. Those are my top two that I would use if I had a business. If you're using something else, that's okay. As long as you're getting good email rates, good deliverability rates, then you're good, okay? But you need to remember that the reason you need to capture your leads is because only about 1% of the people will buy on the front end. That means if I send 100 people to my offer, only one is going to buy on the front end. The rest of them you're going to need to follow up with, right? You need to have a high converting email follow-up series. So it's very important that you have an autoresponder. Number two, high converting capture page. Here's one that I'm using for an offer that I'm using right now. It's not converting like high as I would like it, but it's around 30%, so that's good enough. The industry average is about 20 to 25. You want to try to be at 30 to 50% if at all possible, okay? Because the higher it converts, the more money you're going to see in your pocket. I'm just showing this as an example. You also want to brand yourself with your capture page. So this is an offer that I'm promoting right now that I'm having really good success with in my team as well. But we have other capture pages that we're using that are more branded towards us that convert higher than the standard page. Okay, it also allows you to differentiate yourself if you're promoting an affiliate offer. All right, number three is tracking software. There's lots of different tracking software you can get. If you don't have a lot of money, then you may just want to use something like a Bitly for right now to kind of track your clicks. But the reason you want to have tracking software in place is it keeps everybody honest. It keeps the solo ad vendor honest, because you'll know, where the traffic is coming from, right? And then it also allows you, like if you were going to buy from multiple vendors, it allows you to track which vendor you have the highest success with. That way you can scale up. Okay, so those are three must-haves that you got to have. All right, now what is a solo ad? Well, this is very basic, but I don't always want to presume that everyone watching these videos knows what a solo ad is. It's just basically renting someone else's list in order to market your offer. So in other words, if you are promoting internet marketing or affiliate marketing, you don't want to promote to a solo ad list of farmers, right? You want to find a list that matches your offer, and that's actually down here in tip number A. You want congruency. You want your offer and you want your list to match, right? So let's just say, for instance, I had a list of 500,000 business opportunity seekers. You would basically pay me X amount of money per click, right, to be able to target X amount of X. Basically, I would, if I was 300 clicks, I would basically run 300 clicks to my offer for a fee that I've charged you. Okay, does that make sense? I hope I didn't confuse you. You would just basically be renting my list for your offer, and I would agree to send X amount of clicks, whatever that would be, whatever we agreed upon. Okay, so I always recommend ask tons of questions before buying. Don't be scared to ask questions. And listen, if that vendor gets ticked off because you're asking too many questions, find other vendors. There's plenty out there. All right, you want to make this is your hard-earned money, and you want to make sure that you're investing wisely. So make sure the list matches the offer. We talked about that. Number two, make sure it's real traffic. A lot of people get scammed because a lot of these vendors try to do what they call bot traffic. You don't want bot traffic. You want real traffic. That's why it's important to have some type of tracking in place so that you can have a measure to counter that. Number three is get references, right? Don't be scared to ask for references. Real people, reach out to them, talk to them, ask them to show you their results, what they got, And listen, once again, if they're real testimonies, they won't have a problem doing this. And if the list is quality, if the vendor's a quality list vendor, then you won't have a problem getting that from them. I never buy a big campaign at first. When I'm using a new vendor, I always buy small to test, and then I scale up. All right? So don't just put all your eggs in one basket right away, because you don't ever know. This list may be horrible. You may get bad traffic, and you want to make sure. Now, the other thing that I'll caution you is stay consistent, because you may get a 300-click campaign, and you may only make one sale, but then you may go do another 300 clicks, and you may get 6 or 7 sales. All right? You've got to stay consistent with paid marketing. Don't expect just because you send out one campaign that you're going to make all this money. Stay consistent. Remember, only about 1% of the people buy on the front end, and you have that email auto follow-up series, helping you close those sales and following up with people on your list. Okay. Last one, only use top tier 1 traffic at 90% and above. Top tier traffic is like from countries like USA, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, and the UK, right? And I'm going to go to this vendor that I have here that I'll talk about in just a second. But see, it says top 5 email traffic. See right here? It says incredible premium traffic plus 100% from top 5 countries. These are the top 5 countries that I've listed here. Okay? You want it to be primarily be these countries, because a lot of the other countries are garbage and you won't make any sales. You want to make sure that you're targeting the top 5. The other thing you need to make sure is if you don't have an international offer, then you don't need to be targeting lists that are going to be sending your offer to outside the USA and Canada. All right? So make sure you check that as well. Now, here's the thing. Where to buy solo ads from, right? I do not use Fiverr. Here's the thing. Here's a general rule, excuse me, that I've personally seen. The cheaper the traffic, the less results you'll get. Now, that doesn't mean if you buy in bulk, but if you're trying to get these 1 million visitors or clicks for $5 crap, it's just not going to work, my friends, because it's garbage traffic. It's probably bot traffic, or the lists are so worn out and have received the same offer over and over and over and over and over again, you're not going to get any results. You're going to get frustrated and just quit the whole industry altogether, okay? So stay away from sites like Fiverr. A good place to use is Udemy, or Udemy, however you want to say it, okay? And what that simply does, let me see if I can go to it real quick, udimi.com. Is there a site that basically gives you the opportunity to interact with various vendors, right? It'll even tell you like the rating and the cost per click, and it'll give you references and testimonials from people that have bought from these vendors. So this is a great place to go to if you're new, even if you're seasoned too, but especially if you're new and you're just overwhelmed and you just want to make sure that you can, get quality vendors, okay? This is a good place to go. So this is a great site to go. Another one is the Facebook group. There's Facebook groups that do solo ads that will actually, let me see if I can go back here, copy this, go back here, all right? And I'm not going to get into like specific details because you can search this out on your own. I'm just trying to point you in the right direction, okay? This is a group that I'm a part of that has almost 30,000 members. And this group kind of does the same thing that the previous site that I showed you did. And what it does is it allows you to see, it allows you to interact with solo ad vendors, but then it has real life people. Let me close this, guys. Sorry. All right. Let me see. Okay, right here. Seller, David WP. See right here, Peter Moron from, I don't know, where's that, Maine or Massachusetts? I don't remember. Seller, David WP, ordered 300 clicks, received 330, opt-in 48%. That's not bad. Tier 1 at 85%. That's not bad. I wouldn't probably go less than 85. You really want to be at 90 or above, but 85 is not bad. Sales, yes. And then you get a testimony about what it was like to work with the vendor, right? Let me keep going down here. Okay, here's another one. Sarah Chu ordered 100, received 110, 82% top tier. That's okay. Opt-in 41%. Sales, yes, won $75. Okay, And then you can just keep going on and on and on and on and see the different results that people are getting. Okay, you can see the results that people are getting from these vendors. Once again, this gives you the opportunity to know what's going on. Now, I left this blank because there's a site that I use. Because let's just say that you don't want to do all that, right? You just feel like, man, that's real overwhelming, Rob. Trafficforme.com. Okay, this is a site that I've used, and you can buy the different kinds of traffic. Now, this is top tier traffic, so I can get 500 clicks for $395, which is 79 cents per click, right? And you can see the more that I order, the click goes down. This is great for people that don't want to fool with all of the, checking for references and reaching out to vendors, and you just want a done-for-you platform that you can plug into, give them your link, and they do the rest, and they guarantee the traffic. This is one of the better companies out there that I've used multiple times and have had great results with, okay? This is really what I recommend. And see, look at my target market. I can do BizOp, make money, internet marketing, health and diet, personal development, and so on, okay? So I chose my market, which is BizOp and make money, and then they do the rest. I give them my link, I pay them my money, they do the rest. I can even split test. So if I have 2 different capture pages I want to use, I can split test and they'll rotate that traffic for me. I can also put in my tracking link in there, and it'll allow me to track to make sure to keep that vendor honest, which I've never had any trouble with, but you always want to keep them honest. Okay, so last thing here, I'm going to close this out. Let me give you some example solo ad results. So let's just say you get 300 clicks at 75 cents per click. That's kind of the average, what I've seen. It may be less, 10 cents less, it may be 10 cents higher, but that's kind of where the average. That's $225 you have now invested for 300 clicks. You should get a 30% opt-in rate. That's kind of where you want to be at, right? No less than 20%. 25 is probably the industry standard, but you want to be at 30. So I'm just going to use 30. That's 90 leads. Out of the 90 leads, if you take the 90 leads, right, and you divide it by the money that you've invested for the 90 leads, you come out to about $2.50 per lead, which is not bad. You really don't want to get higher than that, right? You want to really be at like $2 and less. But $2.50 a lead is you don't want to be higher than that, unless you have a real high-end top-tier product like I promote. I promote a top-tier program, okay? And that's my last thing here. You're only going to get about 1% front-end sale conversion. So let's just say you get 1 sale out of 90 leads at $25 profit, which is kind of the average smaller program. And I'm doing affiliate marketing because that's what I do, $25 profit, all right? So that means if you take the 25 minus the 225, you're still out $200, right? That's why you need, if you go back up here, that's why you need the autoresponder. You need the autoresponder to be following up with those other 89 leads to help you convert more sales, right? Now, I recommend having a top-tier back-end product, right, that pays you more money on the back end. Because let's just say you got 4 sales there, right, on the front end. That's still $125 that you are in the hole. But let's just say one of those sales bought one of your high-end back-end products, and it was $3,000. Let's just say let's just say it was a $1,500 commission on the back end. Do you see how you would make your money back and then some? Right? So let's just say you invested $225, you make one front-end sale at $25, and you wind up making one back-end sale at $1,500 commission. Do you see why it's important that you need to have some type of back-end offer? Because look I lost $200 on the front end, but if I have a top-end product on the back end, and let's just say it's the same sale. Let's say they come in at $25, and then 2 weeks later they decide to buy one of my bigger products, and I make a $15 commission. Now I've almost quadrupled my money, really, right? So you really need to know what you're doing, right? You need to implement these tips if you want to maximize your ROI. And my recommendation is to have a front end low product and to have a back end high product. Now, if you don't have that, right, and you want to get more training like this, I'm going to show you to access my six-figure system, right, that has low-end products and high front-end back-end products that will allow you to maximize your investment into paid marketing and teach you how to do this correctly in depth. I'm going to show you how you can access that for $1 today. Okay, so here's what I want you to do. Click on the link below in the video description, opt in, watch the short presentation, activate your $1 trial account, right? And then you're gonna get access to in-depth information into marketing like this. Okay, it's gonna blow you away, and we're gonna show you how to do it the right way. And we're actually gonna hold your hand. We have a coach. I have a coach that's gonna reach out to you, that's coached me, that's coached other people on our team. They're gonna show you how to do this the right way and get you started off on the right foot, so that way you're just not out there just shooting blanks and just blowing your hard-earned money. All right? So listen, guys, if you found value in this video, I want you to like it. I want you to subscribe to my channel. Please share it with other people. And I hope that you learned something today. Once again, click the link below in the video description, activate your $1 trial account, and I'm going to give you access to our mastermind and to our exclusive training that's going to get you on your way to making 4, 5, 6, 7 figures a month. All right? Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.